welcome to my channel. My name is Willow Rose Moon Dancer, and today I am going to do another video for you. Today I wanted to do a little makeup tutorial. I've done one other one before. It kind of goes with this one, so today I want to do a little makeup for Valentine's Day. My last makeup video was like how to do subtle, cute, kawaii makeup, and I definitely think that makeup can be used for Valentine's Day too if you're looking for a more cutesy look. But today, since I've already done a look like that, I'm going to be doing a more serious, more sultry, I guess, video makeup thing. Sorry. But yeah, so right now you are seeing my naked face. It is a mess, thanks. And we are going to start off by doing foundation. I'm also just gonna put my hair back so it's not driving us crazy. And let's get right into it. Let's zoom us in. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to apply our foundation. If you have primer, you can put that on too, or whatever you like to put on before your foundation. But yeah, I like to put my foundation on first. You can also use powder foundation if that suits your fancy better. I have this big old mirror here, so if you see me looking to the side, it's because I'm looking in my mirror. After I do my foundation, I'm going to apply my concealer. Some people like to put the concealer on before their foundation. I don't think it makes a difference, so do whichever you prefer. And the foundation I was using was called Glamouflage Full Coverage Foundation 16-Hour Wear from Hard Candy. In the color 1501 Ultra Light. I don't know if that's focusing. Anyway, I hope you got that. And the concealer I'm using is CoverGirl Clean Matte Concealer in the color Fair 9073. I don't recommend this concealer. I don't find that it's very good. I'm just using it because I bought it and I probably will not buy it again. And then I blend this out with my finger because this concealer just I find disappears if I use my sponge or a brush. It just swipes right off my face and I have to really blend it in with my fingers. So now that is all blended out, And then the next thing that I like to do is I like to use my blush. I'm just going to use like a soft blush for this, just because my eyes are going to be a little bit more dramatic, and I don't feel like, and my lips are going to be more dramatic, so I feel like my cheeks can soften the look up. For blush, I'm using the blush from the Maybelline New York Master Contour Face Contouring Kit. Mine is light to medium. It looks like that. You can contour your face, but this is just a very simplistic makeup tutorial, and I don't know how to contour very well, so I'm assuming there are lots of you who are also struggling with it, so we are going to skip it. And this is an optional step, but I really like just to put a little bit of blush on the tip of my nose. So that is what we're working with for the blush. And then after blush, I like to do my eyebrows. So for eyebrows, I am using the Moodstruck Brow Obsession palette from Unique. This is the brunette pack. It's super dirty, sorry about it. Yeah, I went through a Unique selling phase, so I have a lot of Unique makeup, but you can use a brow pencil, you can use powder, gel, whatever suits your fancy. And just do your brows how you like them to look. So I mostly just used the lighter shade right here, but when I couldn't get this eyebrow back here to fill in the way I wanted to, I just did a dab of the darker color just to make it work for me, because sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. So then after I do that, the next thing that I do is my eyeshadow. So for my eyeshadow, I'm using the Nudes Maybelline New York. I don't think it gives me any other information other than that. This is what it looks like. All of my makeup is either drugstore or Unique, so most of it is quite affordable. Unique a little bit less so than the drugstore. My eyebrow brush that I used was Brow Artist Brush from Unique. It's got like a flat end, and then it's got a angled end. And then my eyeshadow brush that I'm going to be using is called Angled Shadow / Sponge Brush. So it's got this end, and then it's also got the sponge end. And I only really use the sponge end when I use my cream shadow. But we are going to use 3 colors. I have blue eyes, so I typically like to stick with browns when I'm doing a more intense look. If you have brown eyes, you could be using blues. If you have green, you could be using purples, or whatever just suits your fancy. But I start with a medium color for my crease, and then I do a dark color for my corners, and then I do the lightest color for my actual lid. And so so here we go. So the first color, none of my colors have names on them, but the first color I'm going to use is this one. It's got a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of sparkle in it. So once your creases are done, we're going to move on to the darkest color for the outer edges of your eye. And I'm going to be doing this color right here, right beside the one that we use for our crease. This is a matte color. There really isn't any shimmer in it. And so I start by just like going in this way a bit, and then I come down that way, so you'll see So there's that. And then the last step for your eyes, eyeshadow wise, is the last color, which will be the lightest color that you'll pick. I'm gonna try out this like gray color right here, right above the really dark one that we used. And I like to pack it onto the eye because especially this gray color is a little bit more muted, and to get a more pigmented color I pat it on usually instead of just swiping it. And then we'll do the other eye. So there is that. And then you can always go over with the same colors if you blended something a little bit too much and you find it's not defined enough. I'll sometimes go over it again. But yeah, so that's the main thing with the eyeshadow. If you are an eyeliner kind of gal, or you like to do lashes, you can do that as well. I don't do eyeliner very often because I'm not good at it. So I'm not doing it. I'm going to go right to the eyelashes. I don't put fake lashes on, I just use my real lashes. But if you like fake lashes, then you can go ahead. I just find that I don't need them personally. So the first thing I'm going to do is curl my lashes. In my last makeup tutorial video, I was all like, oh, I don't actually curl my lashes because I don't think it does anything. And then I retried it like right after, and it does something. So I'm gonna curl my lashes, and you should curl your lashes if you're doing my other tutorial too. Whenever I do this eye, I find that it hurts, like it pinches. Does anybody else have that issue? And if you do, what do you do to stop it? Because I feel like I just never get as good of a curl on this eye because it hurts. my eyes are watering. And so then the next step is mascara, and I use Maybelline New York, the Colossal Volume Express. If you haven't gathered, I like Maybelline. I find that they make good stuff usually. This is in the color Glam Black, I believe it says, R101. It's like the teeniest, tiniest writing ever. I don't even know if that's gonna focus. No, it's not. But yeah, it looks like this. So I always do the top all the way around, and then for the bottom I just do the corner, because I find if I do my whole bottom lash I look like I have a spider on my face, and that's not the look I'm going for. If you like the way that looks on your face, 100% do it. But yeah, and then if you want to make your eyelashes look even bigger without using fake lashes, you can go ahead and do another application of your mascara, and that should also help. And then I have 2 more steps left. The first step in the last 2 steps is highlighter. I don't know why I always do it at the end, but I do. So I don't have a proper highlighter like fan brush, so I use my fingers. But if you have a proper brush, go on ahead and use it. I put my highlighter on the tops of my cheek here. I also do it down my nose, in the middle of my forehead, on my cupid's bow, and on the middle of my chin. I like to do it underneath my eyebrows. And lastly, in the corners of my eyes. And then for the very last step, it is lipstick. You can use lipstick, you can use lip gloss, you can use lip tint, whatever floats your boat. Honestly, you can do whatever color. Obviously for Valentine's Day, you would want to go to a pink or a red. I'm going for a dramatic look, so I'm going to do red. When you do red, I would recommend having the truest neutral red that you can have, not one that's too pink or too orange or too blue or anything like that. You just want a good red. This one is not the exact shade that I want. I used to have one by NYX. I think it was called Snow White, and it was the best red lipstick I've ever had, and I don't know where it is. But this one is from Sephora. It's called Sephora Rouge Super Hot. Looks like that on the bottom. But yeah, and I just apply it to my bottom and then my top, like so. I like a really defined Cupid's bow, but you can like go over it if that's not your cup of tea. And then I will blot like so. I just get a piece of toilet paper, a piece of Kleenex, a piece of paper towel, whatever, and press against my lips once. I fold it over, press it against my lips a second time, and then I get my lipstick and I just do sweep over like in the middles of my lips, and then do one more blot. And then the only other thing that I do is I stick my finger in my mouth and try and make sure that I don't get any lipstick on my teeth. See? And then try and wipe that off my finger because it kind of stains. And that is it. This is our final look. I'll put my hair down. Sometimes when I have a dramatic look going, I have glasses, and so I kind of like to put my glasses on, and I find that makes it less intense, but if you like the intense, get it. But yeah, that's all I have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you check out my Instagram at Willow Rose Moon Dancer so you can stay up to date with me in my everyday life. Make sure you leave a like down below if you like videos like this one. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe because I make videos every Tuesday, every Thursday, and every Sunday. And until next time, blessed be.